Hello again everyone, I am Mari Dangerfield. I'm an alternative / electronic pop artist and music producer, at least that's what I think I am, based in London in the United Kingdom. Hi everyone, when you see this video it will have been about 7 months since you last saw me anywhere publicly on the internet. 7 months is such a long time in today's day and age that probably some of you will have forgotten about me. Some people even probably have thought that I've been hacked. In fact, I remember somebody did think I'd been hacked when I was sending my messages that I was sending to people just before I disappeared to let them know about the thing that I'm going to talk about next. And I've got a lot to fill you in on that's been happening over the last 7 months. First thing is, the reason I am back, the reason I'm here, is thanks to my wonderful patrons in the Dangerverse who voted for all video diaries from now on to be public. So you are now going to be up to date with my journey from this point onwards forevermore, as long as I keep doing this, which I hope to keep doing for a very long time yet. So you've got a lot to look forward to. So a massive thank you to them, and of course go ahead and check out my Patreon. I would love for you to join our community. There are still loads of other wonderful perks to look forward to in there, which I'll talk about a little bit more later on in this video. But yeah, massive thank you to them. I suppose next is the reason I disappeared, or went away. Disappeared is a bit of a negative word for it. The reason I went away was mainly for a mental break, because I've talked about this before, and previously I used to go offline every weekend, and then I started to try and be offline most of the time unless I was posting something, and now I've kind of just been offline most of the time. I've popped in now and again to check messages and for a bit of other stuff, but it's not really something naturally that I go towards anymore. It's not something that I'm reaching out for every day anymore, which is a positive for me. But yeah, there are many reasons that I don't like to be on social media too much, but I completely fully acknowledge that it is a part of my work, and there will be a point where I'm more active again. But for now, you will see me at least on a monthly basis to share these video diaries and to talk about these video diaries. And you know what, these video diaries will be detailed, will be lengthy, so you'll have plenty to hear about, see in those periods, and they'll be covering as much as I can through the month too. The next thing to talk about is what happened just after I left in the internet. So I was very lucky to travel to LA in January and February. And yeah, essentially people thought I was hacked because I was sending messages to people that I knew were based in the States. When I say people, those of you who are following me, who I could see were based in the States, or who I thought were based in the States, even though they might not be, to organise like a meetup or something, which, you know, didn't happen, but that's fine. I wanted to let you know because I know there have been people in the past who've come over from the States to come and see me, and I wanted to give that opportunity back if I could. So yeah, that was that. Other highlights from these past 7 months include going to a Korg exhibition in March, which I really enjoyed. Do go and check it out in the Brentford Museum of the Brentford Musical Museum, if you're ever there. And then April, I was recording for the telly. I was on the telly in Portugal. And in May, I went to see some fantastic new musical acts. And here I am. And now you'll be keeping up to date with most of the things I get up to. So hope you look forward to it. I've missed you. I've missed sharing this with you, and yeah, should be a fun adventure. In terms of what the wider picture of things have been, I have left my record label. I guess I should reintroduce myself, shouldn't I? Which I should have done at the beginning of the video. Hello again, everyone. I am Mari Dangerfield. I'm an alternative / electronic pop artist and music producer. At least that's what I think I am. Based in London in the United Kingdom. There we go, that's specific, isn't it? And I have been working on my second album since October 2023, more or less. I'm just under halfway there in terms of progress with this, and you'll see me trying to sort of work on it over the next however long it takes me. So yeah, as I said, the video diaries are now public. You can catch up on previous video diaries though by becoming a member of my Patreon community, and if you're a free member, obviously this video diary will be posted on there as well. If you're watching this little clip, this little moment, this little video, it's probably because you're slightly curious about my Patreon, or perhaps you're incredibly confused about all of the tiers. Fear not, because I'm here to try and do my best to explain them to you as simply as possible to get you clear on everything that there is to offer. So here we go. The free tier, the £0 tier, the I don't know what to call it tier, offers you one thing and one thing only, but it's a wonderful thing, might I add, and that is the monthly video diary. So that is a full month covered from every single month to every single month, exploring the behind the scenes of everything that I get up to, from attending concerts, attending shows, working on new music, anything I'm feeling, thinking, all the highs and lows. That's what you get. And it's also released on YouTube, so if you forget to log into Patreon, you can watch it on my YouTube channel as well. The star tier, which is also the £3 tier. This tier will give you access to, obviously, the monthly video diary, which is in the free tier, but you also get access to demos. Now, these demos are not just one version of the song. You get the song in multiple different iterations as it goes from probably a very rough piano demo to an almost finished, fully produced track by me. And I explore kind of my changes, I explain to you why I've made certain changes, what I've added, what I've taken away. So if you're interested in seeing how I make a track from start to finish, that's a cool thing to have access to. Then we have a new tier feature, which is called the weekly words. Now, this might be just a little check-in for me to talk to you about what I'm feeling that week, or it could be a small little lyric idea I've come up with, a small little very rough recorded voice memo I've come up with, and I'm just going to drop it in there, share it with you, share some thoughts around it, and there you get it, fresh as can be, straight out of the danger brain. Then you've got the Discord / Instagram group chat. I say / Instagram group chat because some of you do not use Discord, do not understand what Discord is. That's all okay. I have created an Instagram group chat as well, so you'll be popped into there instead. This is where you can chat with me, you can chat with your fellow Dangerverse members and have a generally fantastic time. And the last thing you get is the Stylophone tab directory. If, like me, you're an old Stylophone veteran and you still want to have some songs to jam to and you're a little bit bored of what you've got going on, fear not, because there are many songs in there now. I think about 70 songs at least. So you'll be able to grab your S1 or whatever you use and have a little jam with all the different songs in there, including some of my own songs that you can play. Next up, we have the Planet tier, also known as the £5 tier. This tier gives you all of my digital releases free of charge. Now, I know what you're thinking there. Hold on, I can just go on Spotify and stream it for free. Hold on, I can just go and watch it on YouTube for free. I get you. But for those of you that like to buy my music on, say, Bandcamp, or you buy the Apple digital download, Well, this is a perfect way to get that completely free and get loads of other perks with it. You will also get a personalised Patreon shout out on every single music video that I make and in the liner notes of every single physical release. So you will be personally featured. The really cool thing about this tier is that where we have the video diary in the free tier, you have the director's extended cut in this tier, which means there might be little things, behind the scenes things, extra little things that I'm not quite ready to share with the public, but you, my friend, will have exclusive access to. This might be, for example, a fully recorded, fully fleshed out version of the song, of me performing it, or it could include some extra little secret tidbit details. And last but not least, we have the Galaxy tier, also known as the £10 tier. In this one, you get access to everything in the free tier, the star tier, and the planet tier, which, by the way, the planet tier, you get access to everything in the star tier. You get me. Plus, you get free digital downloads of instrumentals of every single song of mine. So you could, for example, make your own cover version if you want to, have a little jam, a little jive without hearing my voice. Maybe you just want to break from the danger vocals and you just want to chill to the instrumental. Maybe you just want to hear it in more detail and get to know it without all the voice on top. There you go, it's yours. We will hang out on a monthly basis as a live stream that will most often be either me writing a song from scratch or me in the process of producing a song. I will also take any questions ahead of schedule. I'll talk to you about what I've been listening to that month. Then, this is the very, very, very special thing that you get. We will have a one-to-one meetup once every single year. Now, if you're, say, on the other side of the globe and I'm not going to be in your country, don't you worry, we will do that via video call. But if you come to the UK, or if I am in your country, like I tried to do with LA, I will come and see you in person and we will meet up for a cup of tea. I'll even throw in some biscuits for free if you like. So there you have it. Hello. So, I have been trying to write again. As some of you will know from last month's video diary, I made a couple of failed attempts at writing a song. And I think I've now realised what's wrong with that, but I haven't tackled it again just yet. Instead, I decided to tackle another song that I've been trying to write for a really, really, really long time. At least 2 years, if not 3 years. And I think it's one of those songs that until you can let go of certain aspects that you are clinging on to about it, you just can't write it. I just don't know how to put that into words, but like there was a particular melody and rhythm that I wanted it to have in the chorus, and I struggled so much to write the lyrics to the other sections because I think that in a way I was still going through the experience of the song. until I'd let go of it and given it some space. It's like now I can ride it even though I'm not feeling it anymore. It's a weird one. But yeah, a few years of space, and it's finally something that I have materialised, albeit in a very different way to what I'd originally imagined. But I still think it could be quite cool. I'm going to drop the demo into Patreon, but here's a little snippet of what I've got going on. She is so beautiful, it can't be denied. No wonder she takes up the space inside your mind. She's even made it onto your home screen. She's got the one thing I can only dream of. And I've gotta forget you, 'cause it's over, the game's through. I don't know how or who replace you. That's where I am at the moment, people. Let's see what life brings next. Hello everyone, I've been pretty rubbish at keeping you updated since the last update. So yeah, I've been a bit rubbish at updating you. Essentially, I've been writing more over the last couple of weeks. I haven't gone back to that other song that I told you about previously yet, but I posted another different song into Patreon, and the other day I found myself wandering around different parts of London, and another song kind of came to me that I need to start working on, but I've still solidly got that goal in mind that I have to have as the September deadline looms, which is that I need to have songs ready to go that I can record with musicians. So I'm trying to get myself there in one way or another, but I haven't got there yet. And I also wanted to say a massive thank you to the lovely patrons Eric and Daniel, who I name drop because they have been the most dedicated, wonderful, supportive patrons over these last few years, possibly even longer actually. And they are the reason that I made these video diaries public, because it's difficult when you've had a perk available, you know, as a Patreon perk for so long, to make it free for other people. You know, you don't want to make these people who've supported you for so long feel robbed of something that they have been enjoying as an exclusive thing, if you know what I mean. But they were so understanding. They agreed to the publicising of these diaries, and as a result there's now going to be a new perk, which I'm at the moment working title calling Weekly Words, where I'm dropping in some little updates, and sometimes these might be little bits of lyric, bits of song, whatever, or just general thoughts. And I think I'm ready to share an update, so I'm going to do that today. The other thing I've been preparing, which is going to make this video potentially look a bit odd, is the beginning of this video, because I'm very aware that this being the very first public video, I kind of need to provide a catch up on everything, very brief summary on everything to all the people who haven't seen anything since the last video that I shared in December, which was also the last time I was active on social media. So this is quite massive for many reasons. But I have been preparing a summary and I'm gonna launch that with the video when it comes out, and I'm gonna put it at the beginning of the video. Tomorrow, you'll be glad to hear, I'm being accountable here. I've booked in a meeting tomorrow with a music marketing agency, and the hope is that they might be able to either help me with this funding application that I want to make, or with some other aspect of releasing the album. But either way, it could be a really good thing to scope out, see how it works, see what happens, see how I feel about it. And at least it makes me feel like I'm doing something, because a lot of the time it feels like I'm not doing anything, even though I am. So that's happening tomorrow, and then I'm probably going to record that little bit for the beginning of the video, and then I'm going to jump back into some writing, and that's probably going to take me to the end of the month. The other thing that I did the other day is I went back to volunteer, which I did in April, with these birds, and it's always quite tiring, I will not lie, but it's equally wonderful, rewarding, and the birds are just adorable. I mean, I had this very cheeky little long-tailed tit to look after, and rather than taking any food that was provided, decided to jump on my hand and to try and escape the cage and things, which is fair enough. I get it, but yeah, didn't want to get into too much trouble there. But yeah, they're such lovely birds, and it's such a lovely thing, lovely cause. It helps me to feel more connected to nature. But that's it for now with that. And yeah, back onto the music, back onto these things. There's another big thing potentially on the way that I want to tell you about, but I won't tell you about it just yet until I know that it's happening. So something that you might want to hold on to, but yeah, not telling you about that just yet. I was about to film this video and I realised that I don't think I ever spoke about the wedding I went to at the beginning of the video, so I'm going to talk about it now before I fill you in on how other things are going. So I went to a family member's wedding. It was my cousin James, and it was a lovely, not too overstated occasion. It was really, really nice. I'm about to film the beginning of this video, and I'm feeling a bit nervous about it because there's so much to fill the public in on that I've been talking to you all about for months and months, and I don't even know where to start, but I'm gonna try my best. I'm gonna head on up and try and shoot that in my filming space that I have upstairs, which will be an absolute oven at this time of year, but we're gonna try and do it because it's more aesthetic and it's also practical reasons where all my lights are. As for the meeting that happened a couple of days ago now, I thought it went quite well. The guy I spoke to seemed to know what he was on about. It was really interesting to hear his perspective on what he would do with like the funding application and things, and what he would do for the marketing in general. So yeah, I don't know yet, we'll see, but it seemed really positive. I was just on my way down and then I remembered that I'd forgotten to say a couple other things as well. I got a new haircut. I'm enjoying it. We'll see how it goes. And there are times when I feel like, as a creative person, my kind of vessel, if you like, needs refilling, and I get that urge to learn more little bits and pieces. So I've signed up to a few little bits. I've signed up to a couple of songwriting classes and a vocal production class, which is today, and we're going to see how that goes, see if it gives me any new ideas, new approaches. Hey everyone, I'm going to have to leave the video diary there. and I guess it's been a pleasure to share this first or second ever video diary with you all, and massive thank you to the Dangerverse as always for your support. Links to find out more about Patreon, the Dangerverse and more are below, and I will see you next month. Bye for now!